Come on in, please. Republican National Committee Chair Romney McDaniel. Same question to you, Ronna. Is the president going all out in the Senate and maybe dismissing and giving up on the House?
I don't see it that way. I think the president's fighting for the majority in both. I was just with him in North Carolina last week, where we have 3 battleground congressional seats. There's no Senate race there. There's no governor's race there. Georgia, yes, there's a competitive governor's race, but there's also 2 House races there, Georgia 6 being one of them with Karen Handel. There's a lot of competitive House seats in Florida. I think the president's all in on both. He really wants to make sure that he keeps majorities in the Senate and the House, and he's making the case to voters, hey, if you don't give me majorities in both, the Democrats are going to come and raise taxes, abolish ICE, and have open borders. So I need your help to keep these majorities.
The president is coming up with some ideas, policy initiatives, at the very last minute. And we have the birthright citizenship issue that came up yesterday, tax cuts the week before, the caravan always on the front burner with new ideas, troops to the border. Some people think it's kind of a scattershot approach right before the election. What's your response to that?
Well, they were talking about a second tax cut way back in the summer, so that's not new. I think the president's forecasting what will happen in his second 2 years. I think it's good for people to see the vision down the road. Obviously, we have an immigration policy crisis in this country. The caravan has brought that to the forefront. We have not seen Democrats offering ideas. We haven't even seen what they think about this caravan, but we have a border problem. We cannot have 7,000 people flood our borders. We don't have the courts to do that. We don't have the Border Patrol to do that. This is something that we have to tackle, and the president is the only one leading on this issue.
You see the internal polls, and we've got 6 days to go to the election. So bearing in mind what you've seen, tell us how you think things are going to turn out. Question 1, will the Republicans keep control of the House?
I think the Republicans can keep control of the House. Listen, it's neck and neck in about 21 races across the country. Neck and neck. So it's going to depend on turnout. So what I am seeing in this early voting right now and the early absentee returns that we're seeing across the country is that we're hitting 2016 levels. Enthusiasm is high with Democrats, but Republicans are matching it. And I feel good about a lot of these battleground states that we are turning out our vote. So can we sustain that through Election Day? And we have the best closer in the business in President Trump making his case in all of these battleground states in the final waning days of this election. So we can keep the House, and I think we will keep the Senate and perhaps expand and gain seats, which is unprecedented in that first midterm of a first-term president.
Yes, it would be. All right, Ronna, that would be quite a result, and we'll see you soon. Thanks very much.